Okay, if everything is working, we are now live here from NAMM 2017. Just wanting to check and make sure that, yes, Ian's seeing us, so that means that you guys are seeing us, me, here. We've got Kendi over one shoulder and Lori's over the other shoulder here. We just spent the whole day running around the show floor of NAMM. Not all of it, mind you. We only went certain spots and different things at the show floor. Just going to share a couple of thoughts with you guys today. First off, if you are not following our Instagram channel, that's where I was putting up a lot of the cool things that I was seeing today. There's some things that you're going to hear us talking about on our review shows next Monday and Tuesday nights. Some of that you'll see, and there's some things that we recorded today that you won't see until we talk about them then. But a couple of things is, as Ken was just mentioning, that there's a lot of things that are just kind of an upgrade to previous generations of lights, speakers, what have you. And we saw that with in many areas where there's a light that is very similar to a past light, but they've added just a little bit to it, or they've added this feature, that feature. That's very common at the show so far. We talked in prior shows about the line arrays, that there's more companies coming out with those. If you follow the Instagram, you saw some of those today. There's more coming, and there's more that I will find tomorrow as I go through the rest of the rooms and down into the basement. That's my schedule for tomorrow. The other thing that I heard a lot of times I'm walking around today is it sounds as good as. I heard that an awful lot in regard to speakers and microphones and controllers, basically anything audio, because there's a lot of companies who are making products that are similar to, but not exactly, but they're similar to, I heard the same factory on a few occasions too. Oh, this is made in the same factory as this company, the higher end, well-known company. It's interesting how that is being played and talked about, even though those companies that are saying that, typically it's been some of the smaller down in the basement companies. Now there's some companies up there who have major booth space, and they're comparing their products that they have to the top of the line in that arena. New controllers, there's a couple new controllers out there. A lot of them you guys have already heard about. Didn't get a chance to go to the Denon room today. I was told that Newmark isn't here. I can't confirm or deny that one. I don't know for sure. But Denon and such, they're not downstairs. They're upstairs. And if somebody's trying to call me right now, Jimmy, I can't hear you. So if there's something, you got to text me. I'm just checking the chat room. So. Speakers, yeah, there's a lot of new speakers that are out at this show. It's just that they're from a variety of different companies. Electro Voice they're not showing any new speakers at this show. So what they really were focusing on at this show, Electro Voice, is showing their speakers in action. They've got performers on a stage. Jason Jani was performing today. Jeremy Breck was. Some gal that was runner-up in The Voice was there. I mean, let's face it, she wasn't as important as Jason Jani or Jeremy Breck, but she was there. Some of the other, JBL had introduced their PRX, whatever W speakers, which came out, I believe, late last year, sometime in the fall, what have you, that are all wirelessly connected to your iPad, so that you can set all the DSP settings with your iPad, and you can have your 4 speakers, and they will connect to your iPad, and then you can go and set them all and do different things with that. That was pretty cool. I'm going to be going up and seeing some of the rooms upstairs, seeing if Sirwin Vega has anything tomorrow. PV, what's new with them. Denon's going to be tomorrow. Stopped in Blizzard. Blizzard's got a lot of pro and higher end lighting that they have here. They really don't have anything DJ related. American DJ, ADJ, we've seen their new products. We talked about that last year. We got to see those today. Chauvet, we talked about those the other night, and then of course today got to spend some time with Alan, who went through and showed us some of the features and talked about some of that, so that was pretty cool. Trying to think of what other highlights from today. Looked at the emulator stuff a little bit. They've really taken a step up from last year. Last year there was some latency and lag issues with their software and products. They were much stronger this year. Cases, that's something that we're talking about a lot, protecting your gear. So going around and looking at the different cases that are there for controllers and different pieces is pretty important. So we've been looking at some of those today, and many companies have got a case for the MC7000, the 8000, whatever, because they're all somewhat similar in size. Pioneer, we went over and looked at some Pioneer stuff. They've got the new their new controller that was actually released a little bit ago, but this was the first time it was being seen. They had the controller, they had a I want to call it a processor of some or a mixer, and see, that was the first thing I hit this morning, so I've already forgotten what it all was. You guys probably know more on that one than I do because we were just talking and bouncing around. So yeah, so that was today. Looking at some smaller mom and pop things, we saw this this sparkular, I think is what they call it. You guys got to check that last video out that went up on Instagram. Um, Jason Weldon has that one. He was demonstrating that in one of his Facebook videos, but basically it's a little box, a little cube, and it shoots out this flame, this sparkling flame. It looks like a sparkler you'd use if you were in Wisconsin where they can't have real fireworks. That's what it looks like. It's one of those little fountain sparklers, but you can go put your hand in it and it's not going to burn you or kill you or anything. You will not die from using it, although you could hurt yourself if you did it wrong. But that was kind of cool. We've got a video up on that. We're going to go and shoot another video on that tomorrow. Yeah, Gemini, I don't know if you guys got a chance to check it out. They have a line array speaker, and they brought out a full array of speakers there this year. Last year we saw just a little bit. They've got more this year. I didn't see as much for controllers there. Yeah, but just some companies just aren't here from what I've heard. Now I'll be finding out tomorrow exactly who's here and who's not here as I finish up my run through the room. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a little update here and such, because we said we were going to. And Sparkular, Ian, I think that was it. Sparkular is spelled that way, and I think it was Sparkular FX. If you again go to the Instagram, I typed it in and I had to stop and retype it a couple of times because autocorrect is going. But I think it's SparkularFX.com is the way to check that out. And yeah, Jimmy, for those of you, we didn't get this out there, but yeah, we had this little nasty 24-hour flu bug go through our household, and Lori and I decided to catch it just before we cut the flight down here. So we were two really kind of sick puppies on the airplane, but thankfully nothing bad happened there. And after 24 hours, it's gone, and now it's time to go and work all day and go get something to eat tonight. So anyway, you guys check that out. Go to the Instagram page, check out the videos there, or go to the Facebook page. They all transferred over to Facebook also. And then you guys can just go through the videos that we had. And I think all the descriptions transfer over so you can check those out. But tomorrow's going to be my Denon day. Going to go see Denon and Akai. I know they're both there. I want to go, again, check Serwin Vega, see if there's anything up in that neck of the woods. PV's going to be. We're going to shoot some things. I think Blizzard does have a couple of things we're going to talk about tomorrow. And that's Sparkular guy. We're going to talk to them a little bit more. And then I think I'm headed to the basement to go shoot some stuff down there and kind of clean up things. So you guys have yourself a great evening, and we'll try to do a little touching base tomorrow night with everyone just to give you a recap of what we found and such. And then, of course, Monday night we'll be doing our full gamut of shows where we'll be talking a lot of them. Have yourself a great evening. Good night, everyone.